All right, I am gonna run this Arlington tour in reverse now and try to kind of catch some of the back streets and whatnot. So we are down here right at Key Bridge in Rosslyn, and we're gonna start to head up and basically just drive a kind of a similar route, going back towards the Ballston area. Trying to kind of swing by some condos in particular that are, maybe a little bit off the beaten path a little bit, and go from there. One thing to point out here, you see some people biking. We are right here, right along one of the bike trails. And there's a wonderful bike trail that goes, right along the Potomac. And this is it. Okay, so we're cruising around building on the right. It's called Turnberry Tower, and it is super, super expensive. It's the most expensive building in Arlington. Nothing is going to be in your price range there, but I'm just kind of pointing it out. I believe even Oprah had a place there at one time. So where we're gonna go by is a property that you pointed out. It is the Atrium, and the Atrium is a really nice building. It's not a brand new building, but it's not an ancient building either. You'll see it on the left here. And taking that elevator ride up, from the lobby is especially nice, because you get up, about to floor 6 or 7, and you're looking right out over the river, seeing Georgetown. If you can get one of those units on the front of the building high up, those have some tremendous views. And I will say, when it comes to condos, generally speaking, the higher you go in a building, expect to pay a little bit more to be higher up. If you have something with a view, well, that comes with a price too. Okay, so we came down through Arlington on Wilson. Now we're going to go up on Clarendon Boulevard here. Good restaurant right in front of us, Barley Mac. You'll also see 1800 Wilson. That is another condo building. You get the roadside grill up there on the left. And there's a huge condo complex here called Colonial Village, and it's on the right. And really, for the most affordable condo options, in this part of town, this is really going to be it. Definitely one that's popular with investors and younger buyers. You know, the condo dues are quite low here because it's basically just, you know, a fairly straightforward brick box. And as far as maintenance goes and upkeep, you don't have elevators to maintain. You don't have a huge staff to pay. You know, very, very straightforward, and that keeps, you know, your condo dues low. Now that said, you know, it comes with the compromises of being in an older garden style unit like this. You know, you have laundry rooms where you got to wash your clothes at. And, you know, closet space and room sizes are kind of on the small side, galley kitchens. And now we're cruising back up, you know, into Courthouse here. So behind these buildings on the right is a neighborhood called Lion Village. And as far as kind of a price per square foot, basis for single family homes, you know, in Arlington County, this is where the most expensive real estate really is. You know, basically homes that are, you can walk right out your door and, you know, be, you know, in Clarendon or Courthouse in just a couple blocks. And that's really unique because most of the stuff down here, as you can see, it's all high rises or apartments. And you do have some small enclaves with townhomes as well, but of course they're quite expensive. And here we're going on the back side of the Whole Foods we just drove by previous. And you got some small little watering holes that are kind of popular, especially with older folks, like Galaxy Hut and whatnot right there. So now we're getting back to the Clarendon Strip. Ambar here on the right. That is a great brunch spot. As you can see, it's packed up with people. Just went by Wilson's Hardware, which is not a hardware spot, but a bar. Mexicali Blues is a Mexican restaurant and bar right there on the corner. You got the Palm here, which is kind of an outdoor bar. And here we're coming back up to the main strip in Clarendon. And I mean, at night, you know, this place is just, this whole block is just totally packed full of people. See Don Tito, Spider Kelly's, Clarendon Ballroom. And I'm gonna get off the beaten path a little bit here and try and kind of hit some other condo properties that are just a few blocks away from all of this. So we're kind of going back towards Virginia Square, kind of on the north side of Virginia Square right now. Going by a Giant on the left. Rockland's barbecue is awesome. That's a great place to go if you like barbecue. Giant is a grocery store, by the way. So I'm gonna try and get you a perspective here. We are really just kind of a couple of blocks, you know, north of kind of all the high rises and everything, you know, right along the main strip. And there is certainly plenty of stuff back here as well. You have some duplexes off to the left. Here is another condo building on the right. This is Wentworth Place. And I believe something did come up in your price range in Wentworth Place. And we're crossing Quincy right now. And I should have pointed it out, but we're on Washington Boulevard. So when we came through Clarendon, that's what we turned onto. And off to the left here, there are actually a number of, we're kind of just north of Ballston. And I would say this is definitely a little quieter section of Ballston. And there are some nice condo buildings kind of buried back here. And I might make a left here and kind of shoot down that way. So this is pretty typical. You see we have like townhomes here, and really right on the main strip you've got more condos and apartments. Then a block back you start to see a lot of townhomes, and then you kind of get back into some single family neighborhoods. So a couple of buildings down this way, you have the east view and the west view. You have the Alta Vista, which we're going to drive by here in a second. Oh, the Alta Vista is right above the Ballston Metro, which we'll go by. Yeah, here's the Alta Vista right on top of the Hilton Hotel. And we're turning on to Fairfax Drive right now. Down Vermont here to the right is the West View, and to the left here is the Continental, which is basically where we started. Off to the left, nice, really nice condo. And we're right back at the north part of Ballston here, and there's still plenty of stuff to do up here. Not as busy as some other parts, but you have Silver Diner, you got Carpool across the street. So yeah, hopefully that gives you a sense of what Orange Line Arlington has to offer.